Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Is taqwa fear of Allah or something more? It is so commonly misunderstood and misinterpreted. It is from a root waw qafiya, and wiqaya means to shield, to protect. And taqi is someone who is obedient, submissive, and pious. And sometimes fear is used as a translation for taqwa because it is being used interchangeably. If you pick up Arabic dictionaries, you can see fear as translation for taqwa. But if you read Marifatul Quran, it explains that fear is being used because in Arabic language, sabab is mentioned in place of musabbab and vice versa. So here fear is being used as a means of protection. When we fear something or someone, we protect ourselves from that thing or person. But actual meaning of taqwa is to protect ourselves from all those things that could lead to displeasure of Allah. So taqwa actually means to protect ourselves, to be Allah conscious, to live in a wakeful state that Allah is watching every action and dealing of ours. So should we introduce Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as one who punishes to convince people to obey him? This is, however, the most common approach parents have been using on kids. But why are we using a fear approach instead of an approach of love and respect? When Ubay ibn Ka'b radiallahu anh, who was a companion of Prophet ﷺ, was asked to explain taqwa, he explained by giving example of a person being muttaqi, who walks on a path of thorny bushes, being conscious that his clothes would not get caught and get torn by the thorny bushes. According to this example, the fear should be from getting caught in the sins and disobediences of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because it will damage our connection with him. The approach of love and respect would work better than approach of authority and fear. Being conscious that we can lose love of Allah and fearing to get caught in sins because Allah is watching us is definitely a better approach. We have unfortunately only portrayed Allah as Al-Qahhar, whereas Allah keeps informing us His mercy covers everything. He loves His slaves 99 times more than a mother, and He is forbearing and kind. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept 99 times of mercy to himself, and he only sent one portion of his mercy and gave it to all of his creation. And that's why mothers love their children. That's what it means, that he loves 99 times more than anyone else in the creation. And he forgives and gives respite before he holds someone accountable. And one sin is written for one bad deed, and 10 times reward is written for one good deed. And even when we make intention to do a good deed and a reward is written for it, even if we haven't done it yet. He subhanahu wa ta'ala is definitely Al-Qahhar, the dominator, and Al-Jabbar, the omnipotent, and Al-Qadir, the all-capable. He is powerful to dominate, conquer, and overpower anyone and everyone. He does punish people when they are unjust towards themselves and others and persist on their evil actions. And He, Almighty and Majestic, punishes them out of mercy. This is His mercy, so they take heed and correct their actions. It's not out of qahr that He punishes people. It is His mercy that He punishes people before they end up in a very bad place, which is hellfire, for eternity. So the correct way to introduce Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to our kids, or anyone as a matter of fact, is to introduce them to the love of Allah and hope in His mercy. The true fear that we should develop in ourselves and others is that we fear losing the love of Allah and being far from His mercy. The upcoming generation will have far different approach towards religion if only we can change our way of portraying the deen to them. If we continue this approach of fear due to authority, the new generation is rebellious towards authority. And this approach will only push them far away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to be good role models and call people to Allah with wisdom. And call them towards His mercy, because He is Ar-Rahim, He is Al-Ghafur, He is Al-Latif, and He is Al-Afu, who completely wipes off all the sins. So let's call people towards Allah with wisdom. Today's dua is about taqwa. Let's go over this dua. It's a small dua and you can make it every day, inshallah, once you get into the habit of reading it. اللهم آت نفسي تقواها وزكيها أنت خير من زكاها أنت وليها ومولاها. O Allah, grant my soul its consciousness and purify it. You are the best to purify it. You are its friend and guardian. Ameen Ya Rabbul Alameen.